Today I'm in a county where this is the deadliest catch. Don't worry, he's not as vicious as he looks. Not now, anyway. Find out where I am as we escape to the country. On today's show, I'll be helping a leading lady and her scuba-loving husband dive into a new life in a coastal county. And early on, one of our properties leaves them surprisingly lost for words.
You were nearly speechless for a second then.
Nearly.
I don't do speechless.
Then the mystery house rustles up a real treat.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Today I'm in Cornwall, and these are Cornish king crabs or spider crabs. They're native to these seas and rather tasty, I've been told, although you'd be hard-pressed to find them as dish of the day on a British menu. Although over 300 tonnes of spider crabs are caught in Cornish seas every year, around 95% of them are shipped off to the continent, where there's a healthy appetite for them. If you ask me, they're just being shellfish. Well, later on, I'll be trying my hand at fishing for them. But in the meantime, here are some of the other natural delights on offer in this lovely county. Located on the southwestern tip of England, Cornwall is the UK's southernmost county. 80% of Cornwall's borders are coastal, and its rich and varied shoreline spans some 300 miles. The northern stretch, which faces the Atlantic Ocean, is a favourite with surfers, while the southern coastline is more secluded with harbours and fishing villages. Steeped in legend, the county enjoys a rich history. Just on the outskirts of Falmouth, set high upon the headland, is the mighty Pendennis Castle. Built in the early 1540s on the orders of Henry VIII, it stood for 5 centuries, protecting the British mainland from foreign invaders. When it comes to property prices, Cornwall does carry a small premium, with an average detached house setting you back around £265,000. That's £11,000 above national average. On the coast, you can expect to pay around 25% more, especially if you want a sea view in an attractive fishing village like St Maur's. Lovely. So if it's more bricks for your budget that you're after, the idea is that you move inland. But even here, properties are sought after. So there's a coast and countryside aplenty. And Cornwall isn't short on architectural style either. Attractive fishing villages and scenic harbours are a hallmark of the county. And a waterside property can cost from about £250,000 for a traditional 2-bedroom fisherman's carbon slate cottage. Away from the coast, you'll find an array of houses built in local granite. Old miners' and farm workers' cottages, some dating back to the 18th century, are priced at upwards of £360,000 for a 4-bedroomed home. But if your budget is more substantial and you've got from around £500,000 to spend, you could be the proud owner of a 17th century granite or stone farmhouse with plenty of land. When it comes to property, Cornwall has something for everyone. But will that be enough for today's buyers? Let's meet them and find out. Angela and Chris have been married for nearly 50 years after meeting on a caravanning holiday. But now they're planning an adventure of a different kind, having spent over 40 years living in the historically industrial town of Altrincham in Cheshire.
We are rather bored with where we're living at the moment, as we've been here for longer than I can remember, really.
40 odd years.
And we've never moved out of the same telephone area.
For our final fling, we want to go way away and go to the countryside. We think now it would be a fabulous time. Chris has agreed to retire at long last.
Reluctantly, of course, but there you go.
So with a little bit of arm twisting from Angela, Chris has finally finished working, and now they're both ready to begin the next chapter of their lives together.
We're really looking forward to a different lifestyle and definitely more green.
Chris is a keen scuba diver, and with some of the best diving in the UK around the Cornish coast, they've decided it's the perfect county for their move.
In the north of England, I dive in rather dark quarries. Sometimes the temperature's as low as 3 degrees. So understandably, I'm really looking forward to going to Cornwall and diving in seawater.
As for Angela, it's amateur dramatics that floats her boat, and she's hoping that her love of the stage can continue, as she's in no hurry to give up treading the boards.
I started off at my little church. I was playing the Virgin Mary when I was about 11 years old. I've just had a ball. I've loved it. And now I'm doing a bit of directing. Now I'm an older lady, because you don't get the parts when you're an older lady.
Having decided to make the biggest move of their lives to Cornwall, they've got a good budget set aside to make it happen.
Our budget for the property will be looking in the region of 370,000. We could go a little bit further than that if we found something really special.
Chris and Angela would like us to focus our search in the villages near to the cathedral city of Truro. I caught up with them in the beautiful Cornish countryside to find out what our very colourful couple are after. Hey, how are you two? Nice to see you.
Hello.
Welcome to Cornwall. Okay, let's talk about what you're after then. Ideal house.
Well,
That's a good start.
We're not that bothered really about the type of house.
Okay.
It can be anything from a cottage or a barn or anything really. We'd like a dining kitchen.
Okay.
A decent sitting room with the possibility to have a wood-burning stove.
Right.
You've got to around here,
I
haven't
suppose so, yeah.
you? 3 bedrooms at least, garden.
Right. This list is getting longer and longer.
Yes, I know, but most of all, a view. Got
Okay.
to have views.
And who's the boss in the relationship?
Oh, come on.
Okay. Right. I think we're going to have a bit of trouble here, aren't
No, not at all, actually.
Okay.
46 years, I'm used to it.
we? Yeah, I'm not. Well, listen, as always, we've got 3 lovely properties to show you. Well, I think they're lovely anyway.
great.
Should we get going?
Oh, yes.
Come on, let's hit the road.
Fab.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chris and Angela have a budget of £370,000 to find an idyllic Cornish retreat. And they'd like a minimum of 3 bedrooms, a garden big enough for flower beds and a vegetable patch, a garage, an edge of village location, and fabulous country views. We found 3 fantastic properties for our buyers to view, but before I reveal the price of each, I'll be asking them to take a guess at it first. The final choice is our mystery house, a property they may not have looked at on paper, but which might just win their hearts. We're starting our journey in the village of Carnan Downs, which is around 3 miles southwest of Truro. This rural location may be small, but it has everything our buyers will need right on their doorstep, including a post office, a shop, a chapel, village hall, and regular bus connections to Truro. Our first house is a charming detached cottage, situated at the top of a long, sweeping driveway.
Oh,
yes.
that's pretty.
Isn't it just?
Yes, isn't
Yes.
It was originally a miner's cottage. It dates back to 1850. It was a one up, one down, and then this L-shaped extension was put on about 15 years ago.
Oh, that's really pretty.
You like it?
Yes,
Yes,
very
I
much.
do. It looks very sweet.
What about you, Chris? You're going a bit quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it.
It doesn't really
actually.
matter what you think, because she's the boss
Fantastic.
anyway, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So
I
as
was
long
going
as
to
you're
say,
saying
yes.
all the right things, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm easily pleased.
I
Surely
like
you've
you
noticed.
so
Yes,
much.
No,
Tell you what, I feel
no.
like swapping places. Come
Go
on.
on then, yeah. Okay.
We'll go and do a tour. Anyway, from outside you like it?
Love
Yes,
it.
very
Yes,
much.
it's really nice. Can we have a look?
Yeah, of course. That's why we're here. Come on. Chris and Angela can't wait to see more of this property. Let's hope it lives up to their expectations when we get inside. So you ready for this? Come on in.
Oh,
Don't be shy. What do you think?
I think it's very sweet.
Oh,
it's lovely.
yes.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? You wanted a kitchen breakfast room.
Eating kitchen,
Got
yes.
quite a big table there.
Yes, it's
Yes.
not bad at all.
Plenty of room.
Is that a range,
Yeah, it is.
Jessie?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
Oil
And
fired, isn't it?
quite like this. A larder.
That's a larder
that's
cupboard. Yeah.
very
Neat, isn't
good.
it?
Very good.
There are lots of
Yes.
little neat touches.
Yes. Not bad at all.
You've also got a massive utility room
Oh,
through there, which you
great.
can explore later on.
Okay.
You know, really, really good size.
Yes, I
Good.
like it.
Shall we have a look at the living room?
Oh, yes,
yes.
please.
Come on then, follow me. This is the living room.
Oh, yes. Yes, I like that.
Oh, that's a wood burner and
No,
a
that's
half,
terrific.
isn't it?
That's something we've discussed before. That was what we wanted.
Yes.
Also, off this living space, you've got 2 bedrooms.
Oh, that's
So-
ideal.
And also, running the whole length of the living room, plus some, is a conservatory as well,
Ah, how nice.
with that
is
south-facing
lovely.
garden.
Oh, yeah.
But this is very pretty.
Okay,
No,
well, let's
it's
head
nice.
upstairs. I'll lead the way.
Thank you.
This floor also has a good-sized family bathroom, but we'll continue our tour in the main bedroom. But come on through to the master. Oh, I haven't seen that face so far. What does that face say?
It's a bit small.
Okay.
Bit small. It's very pretty.
And there is some cupboarding as
Oh
well.
yeah, there's lots of storage. All
Oh,
this
yes.
slides back.
Oh, well, that's not so bad, really.
See, that's what's made the room smaller, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just... But it's going to be, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
cottage.
I think it's very nice.
It's
though.
very pretty. The whole thing, they've done it very prettily, I think.
While the mood has taken a bit of a dip, which is a real shame. On this floor there's one more bedroom, which is a charming single with a lovely ornate window overlooking the garden, which is what we're going to see next. Nice garden, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It
really
is. It's lovely.
You got the greenhouse there ready to go. And plenty of space to grow your veg as well.
Yes.
And it's manageable.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's not too big, but it's plenty big enough.
And you've got the nice cobbled area where you can have your seating.
No,
Nice
it is.
sitting area, eating area.
Yeah.
It's part
Al
of it's
fresco.
Yes.
This
It's
part of
lovely.
it's tremendous. You know, there's even an outdoor barbecue there.
And you've got a little room there with a Saniflo loo as well. So you know, an office in there if you wanted.
No, an outside loo, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It's very pretty and it's got a lot going for it, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Love the garden. Got to say, this actually is exactly what I would want.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great. Should we talk money?
Oh.
This would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it will.
You've got £370,000 to play around with, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you reckon this is on the market for?
I'd say 350.
350, okay.
I would think more. I'd think maybe 365.
£365,000, which would only give you £5,000 to play around with, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
And it's currently on the market for £325,000,
Well, that's more interesting.
isn't it? So, you know,
At least we'd have something to spend.
a lot to spend.
Uh-huh. Well, in that case, we'll think about it.
You need to go and have a look upstairs again, don't you?
We do.
See if it's
so,
We
possible.
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Well, listen, these are big decisions, so I think you should go back upstairs, have a good look around, and I'll meet you outside. Okay. I'll see you in a bit.
Right, cheers.
This old miner's cottage is on the market for £325,000, well under Chris and Angela's top budget. All in all, it has a lovely kitchen diner, a good-sized utility room, 4 bedrooms, a bright conservatory, and a perfect-sized garden.
Here's the
Well, this is the other bedroom onto the main one,
the
isn't
second
it?
one, yeah. There again, it is rather small,
Yeah.
but
If we were to take that wall out,
maybe.
we could put an ensuite at this end, and you'd have a big bedroom.
The first house it's interesting and very pretty. I like the downstairs. I'm finding the upstairs a little small.
This first house has been interesting because it is exactly what we expected from a cottage. We've always had a slight reservation about the size of the rooms. However, I think there is a possible to correct that with money.
Ah,
Hi.
hatched a few plans?
Yeah, I think it needs a bit of thinking about.
Okay, you've got plenty of time. I'll do the driving. You two can think in the back.
Okay.
Okay.